Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jayadi. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm super excited about this one because I'm kind of bringing back my Brown Girls Guide series, which is so exciting because it's genuinely one of the things that I've loved to make on this channel. I'm so keen to bring it back with a whole new bunch of ideas. Today's topic of discussion is going to be Brown Girls Guide to Hobbies, because hobbies are such an important thing. It's something that's really reiterated while we're children and growing up. However, I feel like as adults it kind of dies off. I feel like adults need hobbies just as much as children do. So let's get into the discussion, and I really want to touch upon different hobbies that I personally do as well, so that you guys can get some inspiration if you want to pursue a certain hobby in your life, and how you can casually do that with a busy schedule as well. If you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe right now, and with that, let's get straight into it. Like I was saying in my introduction, I think that hobbies are extremely important for adults because as we grow older, we need to find a sense of purpose in our life outside of just maybe our full-time job or full-time studies, because yes, all of those things are extremely important, and of course a job, a passion will give you the ultimate fulfillment in life, especially if you're pursuing the things that you want to do, but it should not be your only source of fulfillment. Because when you put all your hope and all your dreams into one thing in your life, guys, it is guaranteed that it will disappoint you. And I'm not saying that you don't love it or that you don't work hard towards it, but it's just that whatever we do in our life, failure and success both come with it equally as much. So my number one tip when it comes to pursuing a hobby is to make sure that it's completely outside the realm of your studies and your job. Something that you have to do every single day, it should not be completely related to that, because that way you're just burning yourself out by doing something on repeat all of the time and not finding happiness and fulfillment outside of it. For example, if you're somebody who spends a lot of time in front of the computer, but maybe you even like gaming, I would recommend going completely outside of the technology realm and doing something outdoors, because that's going to give you a break from your everyday life. And that way, by taking that break, when you come back to it, you can look at your job or your studies with a clearer point of view. This brings me to my very first example, and that is sports. I know that it's a cliche one, but I feel like we have to get it out of the way because sports is actually so important. Personally, I was not a huge fan of sports growing up, you guys, just because I feel like PE system in schools actually don't really promote sports that well, and I don't actually think that they make it inclusive for everybody, especially if you're in Australia. I feel like because a lot of kids play sports competitively, it gets very competitive within the school grounds as well, and I think that's why I didn't like it as much growing up. There were certain sports that I liked, like playing netball and stuff, because it was mostly to do with girls. But if you went to like a boys and girls school like me, that wasn't always the case. You have to learn to play with boys and girls, and I feel like it wasn't the best environment. So if you're somebody who had a bad relationship with sports growing up, I definitely recommend giving it a second chance in your adulthood, because it will make you so happy. I can guarantee you. You don't have to do it competitively, you can do it extremely socially as well, and it's a great way to bond with people. Personally, the sport that I've really gotten into is badminton. I enjoy it so much. I play it every single week now at the courts, and whenever I can, I even try to get in some practice with my dad in our front yard, because it's just such a fulfilling sport, you guys. You can play it in doubles or you can play it one-on-one, so probably you just need 4 people max, and you can have so much fun with it. You don't have to be an expert at it at all. You can book a court locally around you and play it. Something similar to that is tennis as well. I know that tennis has had a great resurgence lately and people have been super into it, which is an amazing thing because it's such an accessible sport. But even if you don't want to play like a proper game and you just want to throw around a ball, if you just want to like go to the nets, play some cricket, play some baseball wherever you're based, I think that it can be such a therapeutic activity, especially if you're like me and you have to spend a lot of time indoors for your job itself. I really recommend after work, before work, or on the weekends, whenever you get the chance, maybe once a week at least, to carve out some time for sports, because you will definitely not regret it. The second hobby I really want to talk about is reading, but with a little twist, because you guys know I always encourage reading a lot. But I think the way to make it even more fun is creating a little book club with your friends and having like a little session once a month or once every 2 months, whatever works for you guys. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to it, and making time with your friends to discuss a book that you've read together. I am personally a huge fan of fiction books, so I love stories, and so do the people around me. But if you're not like that and you prefer non-fiction books, I think that can be a really great way to spend time with the people around you as well, because you guys could read a non-fiction book together and then journal about your learnings together in a book club meeting, which is such a wholesome activity and something great to look forward to outside of your everyday life. The way my book club personally reflects on our books that we read every single month is that we create a scrapbook, and it is so beautiful. If you guys have seen some of my book club vlogs on this channel, you would have seen the scrapbook. It is so cute, so wholesome, because we put together photos that relate to the book, cut them up, scrapbook it together, write our reviews on little stars. It's just such a wholesome activity and a great way to see different people's perspectives on a certain book as well. And sometimes you learn things that you might not have even realized while you were reading the book. I think the whole experience in itself makes reading so much more fun and engaging. I know that reading is typically such a solo activity. This adds like a group bonding effect to it as well, which I guarantee that you will enjoy 10 times more. The third activity that I'm going to talk about is actually a little bit niche and maybe something that a lot of people won't consider, but it's an activity slash hobby that you should pick up, which is related to your culture. Think about where your ancestors are from. If you know a lot about them, then that's amazing, because it'll be easier for you to pick. But if you don't know a lot about them, then this is your time to start learning, because knowing your background is actually such an important thing. And I feel like growing up, we all kind of feel embarrassed, especially if you're growing up in a Western environment as a brown or South Asian person, then you might be scared to embrace your identity. But the thing is that your identity is literally who you are, it's who you appear to be, and that is the most beautiful version of you. So the more you start to embrace it, the better you're going to start feeling about yourself as well, and your confidence will genuinely shine through. If I were to give an example of a hobby that I picked up related to my culture, it would definitely be Bharatanatyam, which is an Indian classical dance form, and I do it now twice a week. If you guys watch some of my videos from last year, you know that I was doing it every single Monday night, but now I've been doing it Mondays and Friday nights because I just love it so much, and I'm getting more and more engaged with it. I'm preparing for a performance as well, which I'm so excited about, and I feel like with baby steps I've really grown to love it so much. And when I don't do it, I genuinely feel unhappy, because it is a part of my weekly routine that I no longer want to give up. I'm not saying that it will be easy at the beginning. It will definitely be hard, and it will definitely be an adjustment, because if you're growing up in a Western environment, then you know that sometimes your own culture can be a little bit of a culture shock, but it's the best way to connect with it, and it's the best way to get to know yourself as well, along with your own values. The last type of hobby that I want to talk about is something way more solo. I know that all of my other ones have been very much group activities, which is great because it's really important to do something for yourself whilst also socializing and bonding with the people around you. But sometimes it is really important to have some me time. Trust me, I understand that. I'm somebody who needs to recharge their social battery so much. So a hobby that I recommend related to that would definitely be going on solo walks, or like going on solo adventures. And trust me guys, that is a hobby in itself as well. Whether it's going to discover a new library, going to discover a new walking track, or one that you go to all of the time because you just know that you're going to love it, it's local to you, it's easy to access, going to try new food places, places, whatever it is, solo adventures are so important because you should be so comfortable spending time with yourself. If you can't spend time with yourself and get to know yourself, you will never truly get to know people around you, because you have to know the things you like and dislike in your own heart first. I really recommend starting off with some solo walks if you're not used to spending time alone by yourself, and if you feel like it's weird to hang out with yourself, just go on a walk, take your book with you, maybe sit at the park and have a read. Maybe if you're with your dog or like a pet, then you will feel more comfortable as well and have a little companion. That could be a great place to start. But then after that, you can take it up a notch. Maybe go to a coffee shop and sit by yourself, read a book, do some work there. Like, I personally love to make videos like you guys can see right now. Sometimes even going to like a Starbucks or something and sitting in front of the computer can be so therapeutic, and doing your own thing while spending time with yourself and treating yourself to a little coffee is such a wholesome thing. If you're somebody who's really comfortable spending time with yourself, I even encourage you to go to a restaurant and have a meal by yourself. It could be like a Japanese spot, grabbing a ramen alone. I'm thinking of Japanese right now because I'm literally getting ready to go to a Japanese restaurant today, but that's a great example because those kind of places are really solo friendly. You can just discover a new spot by yourself, have a meal by yourself. I think it's so important to be comfortable in being alone. At the end of the day, you only have your own back and you have to love yourself the most. So I really encourage solo adventures. Alright guys, and that's the finished makeup look as well. I hope you guys liked it. I went for a very natural look because I'm not going anywhere too crazy. Like I said, if you're based in Sydney, you know the Newtown area. I'm going to discover a new vegan ramen spot there, so I'm so excited. But this kind of brings me to the end of my video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it, because I know that I really enjoy chatting to you guys, and I love these kinds of videos because I feel like we can have a conversation this way, and having conversations and discussions about things like this is so important, especially from a South Asian perspective. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or if you ever want to reach out to me for anything, please feel free to do so. My comments and DMs are always open. I would love to hear from you guys because it would genuinely make my day. And comment down below what your favorite hobby is and what you love to do in your spare time, because I feel like I shared a lot about myself. I would love to hear from you guys out there as well. Other than that, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!